What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Look, it's your boy Kalibur back again for another video. Man, y'all already know what to do. Make sure y'all like the video, support the channel by subscribing, and share it to tell a friend to tell a friend. Your boy Kalibur is back on that BS, man. You already know what time it is. Look, it seems like, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. A body that was found in a barrel floating in Los Angeles, California may have some connections to the late rapper Pop Smoke. Woo! That's a bombshell right there, ladies and gentlemen. Look, Pop Smoke died years ago. As a matter of fact, let me look. When did Pop Smoke die? Hold up. When did Pop Smoke? Okay, so Pop Smoke life was taken, unfortunately, on February 19th, 2020. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. They say that on July 31st, just last month, a body washed up ashore with a man in it. And it looks like that man may have some ties to a family member of one of the people that took Pop Smoke's life. So the internet, you already know, is going crazy right now. The internet is saying, look, it's street justice, it's hood justice. They like, look, Pop Smoke's gang allegedly spent the block and got revenge on their ops for the loss of Pop. You see what I'm saying? Look, man, let's take a look at the footage and get to the bottom of this and find out what really happened. Let's do it.
A day at the beach in Malibu was interrupted by a grisly discovery.
Yeah, it's pretty ghoulish. A body in a barrel.
A 55-gallon barrel was seen floating in the water at Malibu Lagoon State Beach.
Sheesh.
Officials say lifeguards pulled it to shore, thinking it was hazardous material.
They pulled it to shore.
Yo, they stuffed that man's body in a barrel, B? Yo, they ain't playing.
And inside they discovered a deceased human body. I've yet to see this, so it's a first for me.
Reports say inside was the body of a black male. The case is being investigated as a homicide.
Detectives are revealing a little bit more information about this victim tonight. They tell us that he is an adult black male. They tell us that he was unclothed at the time that he was found. However, no ID has been released yet. A startling discovery at Malibu Lagoon State Beach. A man's body inside a barrel bobbing in the water.
Approximately 10:10 this morning, Los Angeles County lifeguards discovered a 55-gallon drum floating inside the Malibu Lagoon here at Malibu State Park, and they pulled it to shore, and inside they discovered a deceased human body.
Detectives tell us that same black barrel with markings on the side saying it contained a printing company chemical was also spotted Sunday afternoon by a park employee floating in the same lagoon.
They got in a kayak and went out to get it, brought it to shore. Apparently it was too heavy and they didn't want to open it, so they left it on shore.
Detectives think whoever this man is met his fate fairly recently.
From what I did see, the foot, it didn't look to me like it was decomposed or been there a long time.
These beach.
So they saying that body was fresh, ladies and gentlemen. They just did that to him. Damn.
A large portion of the beach was shut down for much of the day. The coroner's team finally arrived, pulled the barrel from the water, removed the man's body from it, and then took the body and the barrel away for further investigation.
I feel sorry for the guy or whoever's in there, but I don't know. I was wondering if it washed up, if somebody put him in there somewhere else and it washed up at the tide, or if it happened here. But.
And that is certainly the question on everyone's mind, including investigators who are trying to come up with the answer.
TMZ is now recently reporting that the cops now believe that the body of the young man that washed up is the relative of the murder suspect of the person who took Pop Smoke's life. It says here on TMZ, cops are investigating the connection between Pop Smoke's murder and a dead body found in a barrel. The barrel containing the naked body of Javante Murphy washed ashore July 31st. We've learned Javante is the brother of Jaquan Murphy, one of the 5 people arrested in wake of Pop Smoke's murder. Jaquan was first charged, the brother, was first charged with attempted murder for Pop Smoke's death, but was later cleared. He is, however, currently awaiting trial for an unrelated murder in LA County. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ LA County Sheriff's Department investigators are currently looking into the possibility that Javante's murder was in retaliation for killing Pop Smoke. It's not their only theory, but definitely one that they're digging into. So allegedly, this may be retaliation for Pop Smoke's situation. You know, it's not truly known if this is the work of Pop's gang, because it sounds like the brother who was one of the suspects, it looked like he got some other charges and some other unrelated murders. So it looked like dude was out here doing a lot of dirt, doing a lot of crime. And what they're saying is that the Pop Smoke situation is one of the theories that they're going with what they think may be a more likely situation as to why his brother just washed up ashore in a barrel, man. They stuffed his body in a barrel. It's terrible. And look, I want to say this, man. The brother had absolutely nothing to do with it, bro. I know that people are saying this is street justice, this is hood justice, but it's honestly sad. Man, condolences to both families. You know, both Pop Smoke's family, condolences to them, and condolences to this young man's family as well, because unfortunately, man, at the end of the day, no matter what street beefs is going on, it's always the family that suffers the most, unfortunately. The innocent people, you know, the mothers, the fathers, the brothers, people who ain't had nothing to do with the crime, people who ain't had nothing to do with the beef on both sides are suffering right now. This is scary stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is creepy, eerie stuff. Even the cops in this situation are saying they never seen nothing like this. So whoever took this young man's life, they wanted to send a message. They wanted to set an example. You know what I mean? And it looks like, based on what TMZ is saying, they said it looks like the brother was cleared. The brother who suspected was one of the ones who went in that house and took Pop Smoke's life. TMZ says Jaquan was first charged with attempted murder of Pop Smoke, but later was cleared. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, the internet is speculating right now that this may be an old-fashioned case of street justice. Because even though the court system may have cleared his brother Jaquan, it looks like the streets didn't let it go. Look, it's been years since we lost Pop Smoke death, but you gotta understand, man, there's no expiration date on beef. Some people, when they into it forever. And that karma could come back around a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now. You gotta understand, a life was lost and people lost a part of their heart when they lost Pop Smoke. The part that people don't talk about, that the rappers don't rap about, is the fact that all this beef, all this violence, all this loss of life, one thing people don't show is the unfortunate consequences that befalls the families of the people that's out here living that thug life, living that gangster life. You know, when they can't find you and you out here doing crimes and you out here taking lives and you out here robbing, stealing and drilling, what people don't know is you put a target on the back of your loved ones, your family, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your mother, whoever. Because if they can't find you, they're gonna try to find the person that's next to you. Unfortunately, this young man took the full weight of a punishment that he didn't deserve. His brother didn't do nothing. That young man is innocent. But they exacted revenge and retaliation on the next best thing. Since they couldn't find him, they took it out on his brother. You gotta understand that if you in the streets, that if you a gangster, it is not just you who have to face the consequences. It's your family and your loved ones who ultimately suffer, man. Come on. How many times have we seen people's mama house get shot up in drive-bys? People's father house is getting shot up in drive-bys because they looking for you. But yet, bullets is flying past your loved one's head who ain't got nothing to do with it, who are law-abiding citizens, who have a bright future, and now, because you in the streets, you putting a black stain over your own family, over your own loved ones, and those who you hold dear. Because you gotta understand, your ops, they got family too. And just like you care about your family, they care about theirs. And if you don't care about theirs, they don't care about yours. Look, this is terrible. This is an unfortunate truth, man. For anybody that's in the streets and anybody who even thinking about participating in any type of violence or gangster activity, it's just not worth it at the end of the day. Look, man, prayers go up to both families. My heart is with the families right now. The families of that young man who didn't deserve it. The family of Pop Smoke who didn't deserve it. It's just too much of a cycle of lives lost. And man, I pray that our people and our culture finally wake up and realize that at the end of the day, it's us who's hurting us. Yeah, racism exists. There's police brutality out there. There's racism out there. But at the end of the day, we cannot sit here and act like oftentimes we are our own worst enemies, man. This is very unfortunate. As I said, allegedly, we don't know if Pop Smoke's gang has to do with this. I know it's a lot of people on the internet running around saying that this is retaliation for Pop Smoke murder. It's really not known. It's just a theory that the police department is working with. As TMZ said, I'll repeat it again. Law enforcement tell TMZ that they're currently looking into the possibility that Javante's murder was in retaliation for Pop Smoke. And of course, it's not their only theory, but definitely one that they're digging into. Look, that's it for me, guys. Look, man, if you want me to continue to drop bangers like this, I just need y'all to do one thing. Make sure you like the video. If you got something out of it, if you learned something from it, if y'all want me to continue to do this, I'm gonna need y'all to do that as well, so that the algorithm can push these type of content into the consciousness of the youth. And hopefully we can save some kids out here, man. Hopefully we can get some wisdom out there. Hopefully we can get a positive result, man, because the streets don't love nobody. That's it for me, guys. Thanks for tuning into the video. If you still here, you a real one. I'm gone.